Hello, hello, our visionary entrepreneurs, life changers. Let me clear my throat. This is my first live video today. And let's get on our YouTube channel as well. And now we are live streaming from Zoom to our YouTube channel. Let me make sure that this live video, live streaming is getting on the right playlist. And just in one moment, quick moment, we're coming back to you. Okay, thank you, our visionary entrepreneurs, life changers. Come back to our abundance reading. Today is our day 137 about expert secrets by Russell Brunson. Oh, let me see if you can see the full image of this book. Russell Brunson, the founder of ClickFunnels. It's a software-based company, but they created so great culture, community, consulting, coaching, all this kind of really like a unique culture, unique movement. And today we're on page, and let me see, continued from yesterday, page 123, 123. And we are continuing on the Epiphany bridge. This is a script. So today we get onto the questions. Okay, so normally we read about 30 minutes, and then let's get into not just the strategies, like the essence, strategies, and also the practice. Okay, so totally 8 questions. Number 1, the backstory. What is your backstory that gives us a vested interest in your journey? So by answering each question, you will get your script. Number 2, your desires. What is it that you want to accomplish? A, external. What is external struggle you are dealing with? B is internal. What is the internal struggle you are dealing with? Well, that's quite a profound questions, right? Number 3, the war. What was the war problem that you hit within your current opportunity that started you on this new journey? So this is what you, let me get here. This is what you struggled before, and that's lead to your epiphany. Number 4 is the epiphany. What was the epiphany you experienced and the new opportunity that you discovered? That big aha moment for you, okay? Big aha. Number 5, the plan. What was the plan you created to achieve your desire? Number 6, the conflict. It's not like you found your epiphany, you get a plan and everything is working, right? So the conflict. What conflict did you experience along the way? Number 7, the achievement. What was the end result that you achieved? Solutions here. That's okay. Number 8, the transformation. What was the transformation that you experienced? Say number 7 and 8 are both like are through the conflict in this new epiphany. What do you achieved, right? Like both external achievements and internal transformation. So that's actually the script. With the questions, you will get your script. You can make stories more complex by going deeper into the settings, emotions, other characters, etc. But at their core, they follow a very simple progressing. Actually, even those 8 questions, right? You can see that this is from like a Hollywood filming industry. They're like a famous script experts taught Russell Brunson how to really like design those plots, right? There's like, it's called like heroes to journeys, and also Epiphany bridge. So here, like you can see from the old opportunity, and you have the war, right? It's just like here you are, and you get a war, and then you found the epiphany, and then you get a plan, and then the conflict. Let me see the conflict, and then you overcome those conflicts and get your achievement and transformation. At least it's like this, right? You can see that at least like 2 zigzags, that kind of journey. It's like a lot of straight, linear kind of a journey, and not just one. But you have 2, at least ups and downs, right? If you want, I'm a visual person, so that's my simple way to remember this. Your original epiphany bridge story. As I'm sure you can tell so far, each chapter builds on itself, and each secret gives you the next piece you need in the puzzle. So I wanted to step back and talk about a few things so you can see where your first epiphany bridge story fits. In secret number 5, we talked about the big domino. the one thing you must get them to believe to join your new opportunity. Here is a big domino statement I created for ClickFunnels. If I can make people believe that funnels are the key to online business success and are only available through ClickFunnels, then all other objections and concerns become irrelevant and they have to give me money. So here, how you use this similar script or formula, right? For this big dominant statement. So here he emphasizes like a funnel and to what you desire online business success. Actually, I have this similar thing I want to teach people, but use different keys and different vehicle. So we all want to have the online business success, right? Want to have become an expert, become like I coach coaches, visionary entrepreneurs, life changers to become like stand out in their ideal niche, become the like a confident expert and thought leader, so that they could attract more their ideal clients and transform more lives. If you use a simple way, it's also like online business success in a simple way, right? But I'm not just focusing on funnel. My way is last time I remember when I did this exercise, I used abundance movement. So Russell's is more specific. Funnels, right? Funnels, it's like easier for people to imagine, but movement, abundance movement. I'm thinking if this is like let's say if like easy to understand. I'm still working on this process, okay? And through not only attainable through, for example, my program, it's called Abundant Creators Coaching Program, or Abundance You Inner Circle. That's the next level of a coaching program. So I could say through Abundant Creators and Abundance You Inner Circle to it. So all other objections and connections become irrelevant after giving money. Okay, so now obviously I believe that is true, but why? What was the epiphany I had that made that belief become truth for me? So you have to go through your own journey, right? That story, the one that made you believe in your dominant statement, is what I call the origin story. So the origin story will help people to understand how you get to your epiphany. So what I want you to do for this chapter is think about your origin story and then answer Epiphany Bridge questions. This is a story you will be using often in the sales process. So it's important to take some time and make sure you create it correctly. Russell used his story as like a potato gun story. That's his origin story. For me, it's my actually before the entrepreneurship, before coaching, abundance coaching, I was working in a corporate. I'm still thinking which one should be my best origin story. Actually, like my marriage crisis later, that's another story. I'm still deciding which one is the best. For if I get directly to the abundance one, it's really like both. It's really both. Like the first one led me to coaching and the entrepreneurship. The second one, my marriage crisis and my resurrection, that's get to me to the abundance. So I need to simplify that. So as an example, okay, let's see, Russell's example. I love this book because he gives so many great examples, right? So that all the concepts will not be so difficult to digest. Instead, some other books, many books, they are focusing on so many like concepts, even though they have some small stories, but not as this practical. As an example, tell you my funnel original story I affectionately called the potato gun story. Yeah, that's his potato gun story. First, what is your backstory that gives us vested interest in your journey? I was a broke college student, athlete, trying to make money online. So it should be related. This story should be related to the money. How do you create money? Overcome your obstacles, right? The conflict one to get the money eventually. That's achievement outside and then your transformations. I learned that people were making money selling information products online. So I created a DVD teaching people how to make potato guns and started to sell it. I was using the extra money I made from our potato gun sales to keep wrestling so I wouldn't have to drop out of school. So very simple, right? There's no much emotion there. And number two, what is it you want to accomplish? I want to be able to support my wife so she wouldn't have to work and we could eventually start our family. What is the external struggle you're dealing with? The external struggle was that I was only making a few dollars a day. And in many days, I actually lost money. So I wasn't able to make enough money to support her, let alone a new baby. Number two, you can see here, this is always like already have this let's say struggles, right? The struggles will create emotions. What is the internal struggle you are dealing with? The internal struggle was that my wife was supporting me. I was supposed to be the man in the relationship, but my wife was working 2 jobs while I was going to school, wrestling and living out my dreams. I felt like a failure as a husband. You see, that's external and internal. Internal one is really the emotions, where the emotions feel like a failure as a husband. So that's where the emotions to connect with your audience. Number 3 question, what was a wall or problem you hit within your current opportunity that started this new journey? The problem was that Google had changed their algorithms and increased their ads costs. Suddenly, my little potato gun website was no longer making any money, so I had to turn it off, which literally killed my only source of income. See, that's a wall. It's a wall. It's like a finished whatever you have now, right? And then what's next? It's just like you're stuck in there. Number 4, what was the epiphany you experienced and a new opportunity you discovered? I met a friend who told me about how he was adding upsells to his products. By doing that, he was able to make more money from every customer who came in. So that's like adding upsell. And therefore, all his websites started working again instead of Google's increased costs. See, that's like you meet the wall and how you go over the wall or break through the wall, right? So I learned that normal websites weren't enough anymore to make money online. You needed an actual sales funnel. So I found someone who was selling potato gun kits, and I partnered with them and started selling them as an upsell. Selling potato gun kits. So partner with them and started selling them as an upsell. After I added a potato gun kit as an upsell for the DVD, I started making money again. So use the upsell to overcome the ads one. It's just like you getting more money from one client. I was spending about $10 a day in ads and making $50 or $60 back. That's when I realized that the secret to making money online was creating sales funnels. That's a new discovery, right? Get some water. You hit a wall, and then now you find a new solution to overcome the wall. And the secret to make more money online was creating sales funnels. That's the first time he introduced the sales funnels. Number 5 question, what was a plan you created to achieve your desire? My plan was to start creating sales funnels in other markets that had better potential to make money than the potato gun market. I started creating funnels and selling products in the weight loss market, but we didn't stop there. We then created and started selling supplements to people who suffered from diabetic neuropathy. After that, we created funnels in the couponing, dating, and parenting markets and others. Wow. The same vehicle, we tried different markets. Number 6, what conflict did you experience along the way? Each new funnel we created took between 6 to 8 weeks to create on average. We had a team of 8 full-time people, including designers, programmers, and copywriters, just to get one funnel live. We had to glue together about 13 different products just to create one funnel. Wow. So that's a conflict, right? On average, our costs to get one funnel live were about $30,000. That's a good investment. And then only about 1 out of 10 would actually recoup that money. It took a lot of time and money to find another winning funnel. That's true. It took a lot of time and money to find another winning funnel. See, this kind of a conflict he's describing, it's really like a common to during that time in the market, right? If they are meeting this kind of a challenge, other people are meeting similarly, right? A lot of input, invest, and took a lot of time and money to create like a good funnel that can make money back. Now, so with this conflict, what did they do? Okay, number 7. What was the end results you achieved? We ended up, so actually this is a real next level of solution. We ended up getting so frustrated that we decided to create a platform that would make it really easy for us to create sales funnels. You see, this best opportunity comes from your frustration and failure, right? The project nickname when we started was ClickFunnels. We thought if we could build something that would make it possible to build in one day what it used to take us 6 to 8 weeks, we'd be really happy. So initially they created a solution for themselves. After 8 months of programming and every penny I had ever made, we created ClickFunnels. 8 months. Wow. I can now build in an hour by myself without any tech people. What used to take me and my team of 8 guys 6 to 8 weeks, and these funnels ran faster and converted way higher. We then started and other entrepreneurs use ClickFunnels. Within just 2 years, over 30 people use ClickFunnels to power their entire businesses. In fact, in 2016, we had 71 people who made over $1 million with a single funnel. That's later what Russell called one funnel away. So this is the ultimate solution. I put the notes there last time. So that's ultimate solution without get the achievement. Okay, number 8, finally the last one. What was the transformation you experienced? After creating ClickFunnels, I was not only able to let my wife become a full-time mom, I've also been able to spend a lot less time working because we can create things so quickly. I'm now able to be with my kids and never miss any of the highlights of their lives. That's a transformation. A proud husband, right? And a father, a great father who can support his family. It's a wonderful story, right? Now that you read my Potato Gun Epiphany origin story, I want you to reread my big domino statement that say if that story gives you the aha you need to be able to believe this statement. If I can make people believe that funnels are the key to online business success and are only available through ClickFunnels, then all other objections and concerns become irrelevant and they have to give me money. That's true, right? He fulfilled his big domino statement. Like really through his stories, we feel like funnels are the only way because they've already tried so many other ways, right? So that's wonderful. If I did this right, then you should believe that you need a funnel to be successful online and that the only way to build one is by using ClickFunnels. If you believe that, then your resistance to buying becomes almost zero. Now that this is a new vehicle, remember like previously you had all these other like products and solutions, but now this is a new vehicle. It's one, like I call it the all-in-one, right? This one solve all other problems. Now that you understand story structure and you created your first Epiphany Bridge story. In the next section, we're going to dig deeper into the false beliefs people have about your new opportunity, and then look at the stories we need to create to break those false beliefs patterns. Wow, that's the next level of stories to create a break, to break those false belief patterns. So first you believe, you build up a belief for this big domino belief, right? And then there's other objections to handle and to break those false belief patterns. So that will be the next secret. But before we jump there, this is super important. I would say this secret, number 8, I think, right? Number 8 is the key of this book. this key. And this is because this is Epiphany story. The one build up your core story and to build up the belief, right? And this solve that domino issue, and this create new opportunity, and also handle the conflict, and eventually get to your achievement and transformation. So this is actually the core in the middle of this book, the core of the whole book. If you can get this right, or other things will be much easier, because Russell has been using his Epiphany Bridge script again and again and again. I remember so many places he mentioned about it, but every time when you hear, you still feel like so inspired. This is really, really build up a belief. So I want not rush. Let me see, what's the time? I do not want to rush. I still have 10 minutes. Let me stay here using this to craft my story. That's what I love. This reading is not just for reading. This is for learning and also best practice. So bear with me, because I may struggle with it. I may not directly get the answer, because now I found I have even for the origin story. Where should I go? The origin story. The origin story. And Russell's origin story is his potato gun. Potato gun story. So here I need to put this, all this kind of mark for this kind of journey, this process. Put some marks, so I know that this is the super important one. This is the process, the 8 questions. He gives so clear, but the clear guidance, but you need to fill in the blank for yourself, right? Russell has already accomplished his origin story from potato gun. So which one should I choose? If I choose, started from a corporate world to my coaching, that's one, the first one. And then I get into the coaching. We can actually say here is there are embedded 2 stories, right? First is his potato gun story. And then it's his sales funnel story, okay? Both of them are focusing on to create online business success. So my first one was, okay. The second one is a little bit difficult, because initially I used my stories on marriage crisis, and his is all related to business. Let's see. The first one, if I use my origin story, is like I working in corporate during a financial or economic crisis. I lost my job. We're in this crafting process. Okay, so I lost my job, get laid off, and I did the self question to discover what's my true purpose and passion, and made a decision to pursue coaching, and as an entrepreneur, pursue my own enterprise and to become the owner of my life's fate. So that's the first step, to become the coach. So so the first one is my story. Give me interest in, okay. So the first story, let me get to one by one. Question 1, I was laid off during the financial crisis last time, 2009, January, and I lost my job. And and I was facing this big decision moment. Should I continue to look for another Fortune 100 company job, or should I find something new, truly meaningful and valuable to my life and to other people's lives as well? So number 2 question, what is it you want to accomplish? I want to be able to start a career where I will be the owner. I will be the one who can decide my own fate. I do not want my career life or my life, right, to be decided by others, not like by your boss. I do not want my life to be decided by my boss or by the company or even by the economic environment, right? By the external factors. So what is the external struggle I'm dealing with? The financial crisis, not easy to find a job. And let's say I have 2 young babies, and I need to be both a mom, like both a great mom, be there for my young kids, very little. My son was only like close to 2 years old. My daughter, yeah, my son is 2 years old. My daughter is just 6 months. And at the same time, I want to balance my life and work and become a person like both. I want to have a control of my life and career. And also I want to work, have flexible time, right? To deal with, to balance both life and work. So both, I need a meaningful work, meaningful and valuable work, and that's aligned with my purpose and passion, and also flexible time schedule that I could have a balance. I could have a more control of my life. Okay, I do not need to apply to the boss for the, like, for example, the year absence or any kind of absence to take care of the kids, right? And because during that time, you need to bring the kids to the doctors, and to like the new babies, you need to visit doctor many times. And now the kids get to, like younger kids get to, for example, kindergarten, pre-K kindergarten, and daycare. Or this, you need like sometime time from time, or the teacher call you, or your kids get sick, you need to go to take care of them, pick them up, whatever, right? And order events as well. So I need the flexibility. I need the freedom. I need both time and also money freedom. Let me see. So my freedom. Later, I will get a retrieve from this video to get my stories. Okay, a few times. Okay, number B, what is the internal struggle you're dealing with? The internal struggle is like, I want to have a fulfilling job. I do not want to be laid off again. And also want to have the meaningful, fulfilling job, right? And at the same time, like I mentioned, I want to have like during that time, I really felt like a failure as a wife and also as a mom. I lost my job, and it's just like life is out of my control. And I was not making money. I was not contributing to a family. So I want to become a successful person, successful career, that I could both make money and also have a fulfilling job. And at the same time, I need to balance life and work, and to contribute as a good mom as well. So that's my both external and internal struggle. Number 3, what was a wall, a problem you hit within your current opportunity that started this new journey? Wow, this wall, this big wall, this most painful, my marriage crisis. And that cost me almost like a cost. That's like a pause of 3 to 5 years. Like at least 3 years, as I remember. Last 3 years, I was super struggling, emotional breakdown, had no hope. Personally, I can barely take good care of myself. And I was just struggling to survive and taking, at the same time, taking care of the kids. And during that marriage crisis, I even tried to suicide. So it's like everything fell into a part. I was just like, could not find my identity, myself anymore. I lost my identity. I lost my faith, my drive to do the work. Even though I was just like every day, like walking death, to still try to figure out how to do the work. But my mind, my heart was not there. Super painful. And at the same time, in my work, in my coaching work, I was not making money. And initially, because I was driven by my passion, right? I was doing like almost like a hobby, even though I would not admit I was doing like a hobby, right? Because I was most time giving, and free sessions, and do all this kind of like initially interviews and the books, not like an ebooks, and all those kind of trials, and developing my programs, like then give to people for free, gave all these kind of free sessions. So my coaching was like a hobby. It's not making money. And so you can you imagine both marriage failure and like my entrepreneurship failure, because I was not making money. It's like for a few years, I was still like at the same circle, just like at the original spot. That made me feel like such a failure, big failure. Okay, so how I can get through that, both my emotionally like life's pieces, right? Life like almost like fell into pieces. How I can put all this like my life pieces back and gain my identity, claim my new identity, right? And also like really pull myself back. And at the same time, how to make my coaching business work as a business instead of a hobby. So that's my wall. It's just like basically at that time I felt like I had nothing. I had no business that is not working, right? And no business, then it's not, if it's not working, that means I had no real career. And my marriage also falling apart, and my family is like falling apart. It's like overnight I lost everything, almost like that I feel. Even though like previously I was also struggling with my coaching, but I know that the husband was supporting, right? But during that time, I feel like the husband was not reliable as well. And now my business is not really running well. So I had nothing. Number 4, what was the epiphany experience and new opportunity we discovered? So after I tried suicide, I was like saved by God, literally, really. From the railway track, you can say railway track, saved me from that, and I was and I fell into abundance, and I figured out what abundance means. And since then, I started to, even though I feel like happiness initially, because previously I thought happiness is a purpose. But after the marriage crisis, I did not have the happiness at that time. And I still found that abundance. When you aligned with your true purpose and big vision, bigger purpose, and your life is not yours anymore, and your life is given by God, created by God for a big purpose, to help other people, to not just love one person, but love the whole world, and to give your best gifts to serve other people. That's abundance I fell into. And since then, I just like feel like I stand up again as this abundant person. I owned my new identity. I understood that time my coaching to a new, deeper level. And I reframed my, like say, re-innovated my branding. Instead of like a happiness coach previously, right? And I transformed into a, let's say, yeah, I transformed. This is a transformation as well. This epiphany. This is the first transformation. Actually, this is the number 1 transformation. I become an abundant store leadership coach. I innovated my branding and started to design the new programs. And I also, within 1-2 months, summertime, I published 2 books, self-published on Amazon. And I got into this, here is the key, that movement, abundance movement. I become this abundance identity and movement. From identity to the movement, I claimed my new abundance identity and initiated my new abundance movement. Published my book, went to NASDAQ, and I hired my speaking coach. I went on the NASDAQ and also Harvard Club of Boston to do my public speaking. And that's my movement start. So, and let's say that's number 4, right? My epiphany. And I found just that the abundance movement made me unstoppable. And I created, since then, I created my program, Abundant Creators, Abundance You Inner Circle. And I did this marketing campaigns and recruited my clients, paid clients into my Abundance You Inner Circle and coach them and help them launch their successful business as well. So what was the plan you created to achieve my desire? Okay, actually, I almost finished everything in this first one. Okay, I jumped too fast, right? I've already get to later. My epiphany, actually. My epiphany was my original story, the problem, the war, right? I started my own coaching business. Okay, I jumped too fast, right? So number 4 is actually the job one. I launched my own coaching business. And then the plan, I want to as a happiness coach to serve many people. Number 6 is a conflict. Okay, I actually already answered number 6. The number 6 one is my abundance, identity and movement. And that's my final, not the conflict. The conflict is my marriage crisis, and also my business was not making money. And number 7, what was the end results? That's achievement I already mentioned, right? Because our movement I achieved as a best-selling author and also award-winning speaker. Number 8, what was the transformation I experienced? The transformation inside. I become the abundance coach. I become the abundant person who is complete and also a firmer believer of God. And I do not depend on anyone, including my lover or whoever, right, to complete me. And that's a transformation. I become a stand out as the abundance coach to empower many other people as well. Wow, this is basically I finished this story. See that? This is a great example. So my time is almost up. So that's the example. I hope you get a great inspiration from both Russell Brunson and me, my stories, right? I really use that formula to craft my stories. So I will have a mastermind meeting next at 4 p.m. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's reading and this practice. I personally see great aha moment. I need to recrafting it and make that into my writing. All right, so we look forward to seeing you tomorrow on our secret number 9. Okay, keep your discovery and craft your epiphany bridge story. Okay, we will see you next time. That's my time up. Okay, for this session. See you tomorrow. Keep by the way, subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow us on our Instagram. So we have both full content and also the highlights on the Instagram as well. Okay, so let's keep on this abundance reading journey. Okay, it's I personally am getting a lot great breakthroughs from this journey. I hope you are getting great inspirations as well. And let's continue. Okay, keep this great moment.